Spot, we are talking about blended families. And the question that we asked all of you guys on the streets was, do you think a stepmom should be able to discipline their stepkids?
Hi, chat spot. It's a guy here, Vindi Bazenga Dadi. Why you say? Also, mi ndaka kusema hivi, mama wa kambo ama baba wa kambo anaweza chapa mtoi wake, ama in short anaweza mdiscipline. Mbona juu huyo mtoi akiingia hapo hivyo ashakuwa mtoto wake, yani nao mama yake ashakuwa mzazi wake. Unaona, hata kama ni mama wa kambo, juu enda na mlinda, enda na muangalia. Pia discipline huyo mtoi atakuwa na kiburi, unaona? Kitu kaa hiyo.
Hi, chat spot. I'm just for Tototo from Nairobi na staying in Kayore. Hiyo mswala mmesema juu ya parents kuchapa mtoto, yeye maana na sioni sitakubali kitu kama hiyo. Hiyo nayo hapana. Juu bibi wa pili kuchapa mtoto wa bibi wa kwanza, unajua mtoto mwenye hujazaa hata ukimchapa wani uchungu.
Hi chat spot, my name is Davis. I am a student in this great institution. On the issue of a step parent punching a step kid, my opinion is that it all depends on the kind of mistake that this kid has done, and that there are some kind of mistakes that kids do which are not really, you cannot really punch the kid on that incident. So I'll say on my opinion that if this step kid has done.
Wow. Yes, and in virtual studio we do have family coach Rose Mbaye with us. Hi, Rose.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. We are fine, thank you. So let's just start by maybe shortly explaining what a blended family is.
Wow, thank you very much. A blended family, we also call it a step family. We can call it bonus family or an insta family. It is a family where we have one or two kids who doesn't belong to the new couple, and at least one of the child, either born or adopted, belongs to the maternal family. That is the natural. If these are two particular people, like you have a widow, you have let's assume even there are two people who are divorced. At least one or two of you came with kids, and now you make a family. So it means you have two kids, you have two parents, and at least two or one child is a step to that family. That is what we call a blended family.
What are some of the dynamics you meet?
And maybe
All right. Yeah. Keep going. Okay. I'm asking. So, what are the dynamics when it comes to a blended family? Yeah.
Okay. Yes. A blended family, I must say, it's a very complex kind of a family, and whoever want to get into it must really be very serious and be ready to work. It's a hard work. Some of these things are, for this particular family to work, you really need to know that the priority of either parent will be their kids. You like it or not, you know, the priority you have to allow your spouse to know that the priority are his or her kids. The other thing is you need to allow, in your relationship, you need to know their exes. These exes have a right to access these kids. But then, what are you supposed to do? You have to get something we call boundaries, to clear your own boundaries. Which point is which boundaries, how do we say, what point is too far? You know, for example, you cannot expect the ex of maybe a lady, because you came with kids, the ex to come to the house of this new man to pick the kids. You need to draw some clear boundaries. So yes, and the last thing I want to say is you need to know that you need to express your fears. Fears will come because at times you'll have a feeling of maybe things are not okay. You need to express yourself for this marriage to work. And like you said as well on the street, if you have to discipline your stepchildren, please do it under the concept of the original and the natural parent. That is very key.
And what about how do now this couple that have come together, that someone has come with other children, how do they keep their marriage thriving when it comes to disciplining children? Because they could both come with different ideas of what disciplining is.
Yes, that is very important. That is why before you get into it, you need to agree one thing. Have the same script of what are boundaries, which boundaries do you operate under. And on the other hand, let's agree about disciplining. Maybe for me, disciplining is deny food. And for you, disciplining is literally taking a whip. So what is discipline? How far do we go? Basically, to answer your question is to say you need to read from the same script. You never leave any assumptions. When you talk about disciplining, let's agree what is disciplining and how far is too far to discipline and who does that. Again, never leave these kids out of this family. Never assume it is about me and my new spouse. You need to tag along the whole family so that you sit down and come up with what we call the rules, the new rules under this family. Wherever you're coming from, we had structures, we had rules, but for this particular family, these are the rules that operates under. But for the stepfather, please win the children, win the love of these children. Don't try to force love. Because most people come and start coercing children to love you. Don't you know I'm your new mother? No, you can never become the biological mother. You need to win the love of these children for us to be able to blend together.
All right.
Thank you so much, Rose. We really do appreciate that advice. But you guys can let us know on our social media platforms, Switch TV Kenya on Facebook, Instagram, Switch TV KE, and Twitter, Switch TV Kenya. Let us know how you feel about blended families. If you're in one, what are some of the things that are working for you? Do share with us on 111 444 111. That's our SMS line. Otherwise, we need to take a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and I'm seeing you guys on our social media platform, Switch TV Kenya pale kwenye Facebook. Naona Cinta anasema, hey girls, I had missed you jana Joe, but I'm glad you are back on air. Naivasha tuned in. Joe, you no baridi, how we see. I think I'll kuandika ni, but akasema no baridi. Na nana kona goosebumps. And Ruben Wells anasema, wow, you girls look gorgeous, tuned in from Paki. I'm seeing Kagiri Eunice anasema, my all-time favorite show hosted by these beauties, Joyce, Nana, and Kush. Now wapende sana and keep rocking. I'm seeing Prince Dan anasema, Prince Dan from Lolongo tuned in. You look amazing, ladies. And Shiku Wamwangi anasema, hi dears, you look gorgeous. My routine is watching you girls. I really love you. Joy, I think amekuita Joy. I love your wig, Kush. I love your face. And Nana, your lipstick. That's what she's written. In short, I mean, I love you all. We love you too. And Baby Driver anasema, hi ladies, it's Baby from Nax. Step parents what treat stepchildren before, please. So, like we said, let us know how you feel about blended families and what's your take. And if you're in one, share with us your experience or your take.
Of course. And it's about that time, guys, because we have a guest in studio. It's time for On the Spot.
Hila got you on all that.